Hi there guys, just wanted to do a quick video today in response to the scenes at PMQs today as Rachel Reeves broke down in tears following a question from Kemi Badenoch. Now before I get into it, I'd be extremely grateful if you could subscribe for daily analysis of politics and the economy, and please do like the video if you find what I talk about interesting at all. So let's have a look at the moment in the Commons earlier when Rachel Reeves broke down in tears.
I'm really proud, Mr. Speaker, that in the first year of a Labour government we got free school meals, breakfast clubs, childcare, got £15 billion invested in transport in the North and the Midlands. With cutting regulation, planning and infrastructure is pounding forward.
So I think it's an absolutely remarkable moment in politics. So you have to remember that this is a government with a 156 seat majority, and to see a Chancellor of a party with that mandate in tears in the Commons shows that something is going very, very wrong for the government. So I'd anticipate that after the failure of the government to pass the welfare reform bill yesterday, Rachel Reeves will have taken a great deal of heat because the argument for that welfare reform was always framed in purely economic terms. Now, the moral argument, if one even existed, it got lost in an argument about how much money this bill, the welfare reform bill, was going to save the government. And then following on from the winter fuel allowance debacle, I'm absolutely certain that Reeves is being set up as the fall guy for these policy failures. And you'd have to think that she's been set up as the fall guy by Starmer, McSweeney and the other young men that are working in Starmer's office. Now, I'm sure there's going to be further news this week, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if there was a major shake-up or reshuffle from Starmer as he tries to get his government back on track. But it is, just in purely human terms, it is shocking to see how upset she is and also just how exhausted she looks. But then, having said that, I also find it very difficult to have any sympathy for her because, you know, you imagine how people in receipt of PIP or people who've got a long-term injury or illness have been feeling over recent months. So if she does go, you know, I won't be shedding a tear because I think it's quite clear at this point that she is out of her depth and she lacks any sort of awareness of how her policies impact ordinary people. But I'd go a bit wider than that, and I'd say really Rachel Reeves' performance in government is only a symptom of the government's malaise as a whole. So until Starmer, McSweeney and all the other centrist wreckers at the top of the Labour Party also move on, I really don't believe we're going to see any meaningful change from this government. But anyway, thanks a lot guys, see you next time.